Happy Magic Monday, Collective Consciousness. This is your Magic Monday podcast with me, Virgo Queen, your transformation coach, using the tools of astrology, tarot, sound healing, and ritual, connecting you back to your magic and cosmic self. This weekly magic podcast is for us to connect to the divine consciousness. And we do this by honoring the moon cycles of the week, invoking the goddess of the week, looking at the Mother Peace Tarot, and listening to Gaia and how to honor her in our everyday ritual. So I'd like to begin this week from April 2nd to April 8th, 2018, with the goddess of the week. Now, this is pulled from the Goddess Oracle by Dorian Virtue. And the card that was chosen for all of us this week was Irian, which she means peace. There's no need to worry, as everything is working out beautifully. Even though appearances may seem chaotic, I assure you that a higher plan is in action. This is all loving power is caring and supporting you completely. Relaxing into the arms of divine love and breathe away all cares, concerns, and worries. Put your focus into enjoying and appreciating each blessing. Your gratitude helps you attract even more blessings into your life. So this card has various meanings. So it means give your cares and worries to heaven. Pray, meditate, engage in peace-enhancing activities such as yoga, sea salt baths, massage, naps, music, playfulness, and the like. Erin, a Greek goddess whose sisters include the goddesses of lawfulness and justice. Erin brings peacefulness to all who call upon her. The Romans referred to her as Pax, which means peace. Erin helps us replace worry with faith. She also reminds us to retain our childlike awe and enthusiasm for life. I feel peace is needed after that powerful full moon in Libra that we had last week, and that incredible conjunction with Venus, Uranus in Aries. I know a lot of relationships went through their, I want to say, mirror effect, where you bravely looked at the opposite of what you're trying to love about yourself and to find forgiveness and acceptance within all of it. Can be a very humbling experience for the ego, which ultimately we are all learning to move more into alignment with our soul purpose. So, happy to hear anyone else's experience during the full moon in Libra. Me personally, definitely had some interesting health things come up. As you can tell, my voice is still a little bit working its way towards its full spectrum once again. I just wanted to reach out to all those. I do Facebook Lives. Tonight I'll be doing a Which Way Magazine Live to welcome in the lunar astrology for the week and for the month. And I love the moon. And this is why I've been doing Magic Monday podcasts, because Monday is ruled by the moon. And I think it's so funny, that old song, that Manic Mondays, because everyone resists coming to people that have Monday through Friday work, often still feel really relaxed and want to be nurtured and don't really want to get out of bed that morning because it's Monday and it's a day for rest and rejuvenation and to receiving abundance and love. So, speaking of the moon cycles, this Monday on April 2nd, the moon is still in Scorpio. And I'm just going to read the aspects for that day for all of those advanced astrologers. And if anyone wants to know more about what these aspects mean, please email me, let me know. Happy to educate more about the astrological aspects of the moon this week. So we begin in the morning with the moon sextiling Mars. Then the moon then sextiles Saturn. So it's a very intense, heavy morning. We might feel very, wanting to get up out of bed, do our tasks, and be very ambitious in the morning. Then Mars will conjunct Saturn. Yeah, so that means action, that means making things happen. And then later that evening, the moon will trine Neptune, perfect time for dreaming. Then on Tuesday, the moon ingresses to Sagittarius. In the morning, the moon will sextile Pluto. Then by mid-morning, the moon will conjunct Jupiter, and by the evening, that is when the moon moves into Sagittarius. So it might be a very fiery Tuesday day. Tuesday is also ruled by Mars, so you have that kind of masculine, feminine energy working together divinely. Then Wednesday until Thursday and Friday, the moon is in Sagittarius. But real quickly, the Wednesday aspects are Mercury square Mars in the afternoon, moon trine Mercury around dinner time, and Mercury is slowly moving back into its normal speed, but obviously it won't go direct until I think April 16th, so we're still in this Mercury retrograde, and Mercury is in Aries, so there's a lot of fiery energy, a lot of things to be moved energetically and to find a new opportunity. Thursday, again Sagittarius. The first aspect is Mercury square Saturn, and in around after lunchtime, and moon square Neptune around dinner time, and the moon trine the sun just after dinner. And again, the moon is in Sagittarius that day, and I'm talking about, when I'm talking about times, it's the Pacific Coast time, even though I'm in Berlin, Germany. I am reading the moon cycles out of the Wee Moon calendar, which has been in my tradition for quite some years now. Then Friday, the moon will trine Uranus very early in the morning, so we will probably have some surprises to wake up to, or some dreams to wake us into new action during that day. And then around mid-morning, the moon will move into Capricorn, so we'll have a bit more time for implementing the Capricornian work ethic for the rest of Friday. And then Saturday, we have a full day with moon squaring Mercury, and then early in the morning, and moon trine Venus, then moon conjunct Saturn, and Saturn trine Venus. And this is all happening while we're sleeping, so we wake up almost to like a new world, a new reality. And Sunday, the 8th, is the sun squaring the moon about in the afternoon, and then the moon conjunct Pluto, moon conjunct Jupiter, moon square Uranus, and then by the evening time, the moon's going to move into Aquarius. So Saturday and Sunday is really packed with a lot of action and change, and I feel this is also showing in how the sun is slowly rising to us again, even though today, right now, it's snowy. Next week, it's going to be very sunny and hot, which I know a lot of people are excited about. I still wish I had my winter wonderland, which I still never really got, but perhaps next year. So that is the moon cycles for the week. So we have some good fire energy to get us going through the week, and then by the weekend will be about creating discipline and focus. And then I consulted the Mother Peace Tarot. As you know, I do the moon sign horoscopes every week for each zodiac sign, and I use the Mother Peace deck. The Mother Peace deck literally looks like a moon, and this deck has been with me since I was a very little girl, a little witch, if you will. And the first card represents the overall energy for the week, which is reverse Ace of Cups. So this feels like we're kind of falling out of love with our old life, with these old emotions and an aspect within ourselves, and it's probably a good thing. I think that full moon in Libra, I know a lot of people have been going through, letting go of old relationships, letting go of old patterns, and really facing the most challenging parts of who they are, and just lots of compassion there for, myself going through my own process, but knowing how deeply my process is, I can only imagine how the rest of the world and the divine consciousness is moving through their own patterns and new pathways in which they want to explore. So this falling out of love, it's a gift of letting go of the past, letting go of the old disappointments, letting go of expectations, and really just calling back your power. The conflict for the week is reverse crone. This card is always it hurts to get it, because the crone is the wise old witch, the one that listens to her intuition and knows how to move forward. But because it's reversed, we're denying this. Our intuition is blocked. I feel a lot of this, I think we had this last week, just this Mercury retrograde really challenges us. What is our truth? How are we really listening to the divine? How are we surpassing, the ego mind and moving into our mysticism? And this is what this card is showing, is there's that conflict. And the best way to get back to your magic is stillness and then movement. So for me, it's movement in nature, or in your inner nature, in your inner world. You're not moving for entertainment purposes. You're not moving to show something. You're moving because your body needs to move. This can be found in ecstatic dance, 5 rhythms, and just allowing your soul to speak through you. So if you're really challenged with, what do I do? Stop and go for a walk. Get out of the head. Whatever you do, get out of the head, because that is not going to be the path that you truly need to follow. Then the outcome for the week, by April 8th, we'll have 8 of Wands, which is all about having a really strong psychic connection. So this is really, putting all your efforts, all your energies. This really feels kind of like that Sagittarius energy throughout the week. Sagittarius moon is very just full of optimism and life, and tends to get easily distracted by pretty things, pretty concepts, things that will fulfill its purpose. And a lot of times it's, again, the ego purpose instead of the soul purpose. And not that there's anything wrong with that, it's just it might not feel as truthful or as magical if you're not in alignment with the soul purpose of it. So what that means is that by the end of the week, we kind of had put out a lot of fires, putting out a lot of psychic energy, a lot of yeses. By the end of the week, we need to say some no's. We need to get really clear. It's that Capricorn heart of knowing your boundaries, having your discernment, and going, okay, no, this is what really matters, and this is what I need to focus on. And again, we are in a Saturn and Capricorn cycle. And so we are being disciplined. If we're not in alignment we're going to feel it, and there is going to be all sorts of challenges, physical challenges, strange obstacles coming in the way. And so this is really asking you to find that alignment within yourself and to solely trust that. Now, I hope all this information is providing you with some sort of clarity, some sort of acknowledgement in your soul. It gives you some perspectives on how maybe you can move through this week. For me, really, every week having this reading, I'm able to identify in moments of like, wow, okay, so this is Sag playing against my Saturn right now. Wonderful. And then by having that awareness, it allows you to change the perspective of it, which allows you to hand over that power to the planets and say, okay, thank you for this. Thank you so much. I surrender and I will listen to you. And really just having this ability to surrender, but also to have your own discernment for your soul. And your soul knows what it needs to go through and experience, and to just trust that no matter what the reality actually looks like to you. The whole point of magic is literally changing your perspective. And that is the gift that these weekly Magic Monday podcasts hopefully can bring you, is by being aware of the current situation of the cosmos. How can you turn, just give away the things that don't serve you, and to keep focusing on the perspective that inspires you. Now, before we leave, I just want to thank everyone for joining me and for listening. I wanted to give you a message from Gaia. And this message that she says is to know you belong. You have place. You have purpose. You are special. Do not change who you are just so others might accept you. Do not dishonor your truths by allowing someone else to tell you who you must be. Change made just so you fit the expectations or social criteria of a clique or a group does not honor you. You do not need to change in order to belong. You are a blessed child of Gaia and great spirit, and belong simply because you are. Breathe those words in from Gaia. Breathe in her support and love. And may you be welcomed in every moment this week. And may your soul lead you on your own love story. Thank you for tuning in to your Magic Monday podcast. And if you'd like a one-on-one or personal reading, you can contact me at innerdoorways@gmail.com, or you can learn more about my work at www.inner-doorways.com. Have a beautiful week, and blessed be.